So good evening everyone. Today we are solving the company wise question. So one company name is OpenText and is job drive explained that it is 16-minute OA in which 50 minutes of 15 MCQ of AIML and DS database based and data science based MCQ and 45 minutes for two coding question. Prominently array based, string based, hashing, sliding window, prefix sum, recursion, and backtracking based question. So we have to see. So and binary search or max to max based on binary search. Binary search. Let's see what we have to do and stack and queue. Stack and QE. QUE. Okay. Stack and queue. So let's see. So let's see the let's see from the bottom one. Stack and queue. Okay. So stack. Let's see stack. Elevation. Stack. Stack are division. So let's see. Base stack. Let's take a stack, and the stack consists of stack pattern have only 3 to 4 type of questions. So the parenthesis check, parenthesis parenthesis problem. Okay. Parenthesis problem, design based problem. Okay. After that, advanced stack problem, advanced stack problem, and having the monotonic stack. So monotonic stack, tonic stack. Okay. So let's see parenthesis based question. Valid parenthesis, check parenthesis, or this type of question. So let's see. Solve 2 to 3 problem. 2 to 3 problem on the parenthesis. Valid parenthesis. Okay. So problem is first parenthesis problem. Let's discuss parenthesis problem. Parenthesis problem. Okay. So in which we have to see problem. So you are given a balanced expression of containing parenthesis, open and close expression like plus, minus, star, and slash. Your task is to check it valid or not. If any redundant or extra parenthesis, we have to return yes or no. For example, we have given this one a plus b this. Okay. So this one is, and the outmost parentheses are the only redundant. So this one is valid. And another one is for the no case a plus okay, a plus b, a plus like this b multiply c minus d, this one. So explain all the parentheses are unnecessary. All the parentheses are unnecessary. Okay, that's the pair should be b is unnecessary. What we have to return? You are given a valid expression containing parentheses and operator of this. Your task is to check if the expression contain any redundant or extra parentheses. Yes. If no, then in this case there is no extra parenthesis, so this can if inside any pair of parentheses there are no operator, then they are redundant. Use stack to stimulate the parsing things and push the character into the if you encounter this. Okay, when we see the closing parenthesis, it found check what is inside. So if no operator inside, then this is redundant. So we have to check if it redundant or not. We have simply check if nothing inside the stack, inside the parenthesis, then the question is redundant. So here is the code for what I have to do. Bool to check redundant. So redundant in which simply a string of s is passed. Okay, a string of s is passed. So to create stack, mostly parenthesis problem is solved by using stack. So stack is equal to initialize stack of the character cher character and name as a stack. Okay, after that we process all the character in this string. So for auto ch over string. Okay, in which okay, says in if we see the character, if we see the character of this one like okay, if we see the character closing bracket, we have to check bool has operator is equal to false. Okay, initialize the bool operator has a false while loop uh, while loop for the still stack become empty, st dot become empty, x dot become empty, and see the st dot top is not this one. If st dot top is not any characters, let me pick the size. St dot top is not is equal st dot top is not is equal to any of this closing thing. So in this case what we have to do, in this case check if store the value character top is equal to st dot top. Okay, st dot top. Okay, if top is equal to plus plus or top is equal to something, all the operators, if anything is there, simply has operator and return as operator true. Okay, of true and st dot pop, and after that st dot and pop and st dot pop. Okay, so till now everything is okay if character is this one. So if while loop if we're done with the while loop, after that we have to check if st dot stack is empty, simply pop the remaining stack is not empty, so we simply remove extra opening one, so st dot pop. So if has a operator, so and finally final if condition inside the if condition, and also we have to check if we don't has a operator and don't has a operator, has a operator, check in this case you have to return true. Okay, true, otherwise false, and else condition, if condition is this one, else condition will be simply st dot push all the values of character, which has we have to check the is any operator inside the starting and the ending of the bracket. If stack is empty, if stack is not empty, run the loop. If stack is empty and stack top is equal to this one, and take the stack value at the top and check this one is any things. If any of these things, return true and st dot pop. If stack dot not become empty, pop the remaining one. If finally if we check it has an operator, return true. Else case we have to push the value and return false. So this one is a simple one, so simply one for checking, and the time complexity for this one is the order of n. So, and after that, this one is simple stack based problem. Okay, let's move forward for the next question. Move forward in next question. Next question is based on uh, okay. And let's move for the next question, and in which we are given a string containing only parentheses, close, close parentheses, open bracket, curly braces, open bracket. Determine if the input in the string is valid or not. Open bracket are closed by some type of bracket. Open bracket are closed in correct order. Every closing bracket has a corresponding opening bracket. Okay, so we have to check the valid things. If this one if this condition is true, if this is the input, return true. If this one, return true. If we see this and this one, square bracket and parenthesis, return false because mismatching is thing hai. We simply check. So in this question, in this type of question, we simply use a stack to track the opening bracket for every character. If opening bracket, push into the stack. If it has a closing bracket, check if the top of the stack has the matching bracket. If not, return false. So this one is very simple question. So in this case, what we have to do, this is simply a bool bool condition to check bool valid bool valid of what string is given. Okay, simply first of all we have to initialize the stack. So what of this character of st. Okay, and run the loop for auto ch over character. Okay, and if we see opening, if ch is equal to opening of things, opening of this things. Okay, and if any of these character opening of this one and this one. Okay, if this type of things appear in the character, we simply have to push st dot push of what, simply st dot push ch. Okay, in else case what we have to do, in else case what we have to do, if stack is not empty, if stack is not empty, if stack is not empty. Okay, if stack is not empty, we have to check. If stack is not empty, return false. If stack is not empty, return false. Okay, simple case. Okay, so if stack is empty, if we push the value and if we check the stack is empty, this means we have to return false. Okay, otherwise we have to check. So store the value of the top element, so store the value to in character and check the st dot top. Okay, and we check if the character is this one. If we check, the ch will be this one and st and top become top will be this one. So in this case, or we have to check, similarly we have to check for the all pairs. If all pairs are returning, if all pair exist, if stack one this one and is not, in this case we have to check not one. So now we're checking, why we were checking if else or condition, it's depend on you. If this condition is not following, we have to return false, otherwise and st dot pop, and otherwise we have to return st dot empty. Yeah, st dot is become empty, simply we have written true. Simple one, simple stack based problem. We have to check valid or not valid. So next question on valid things. Only we have to only discuss 2 to 3 problem. So let's solve. So maximum nesting depth, we have to now how much depth, nesting depth is there. So nesting depth, next question is nesting depth. Okay, what we have to do, uh, let's see what will be the nesting depth. Input. So if this one is given 1 plus 2 into 3 plus this one 8 by 8 by 4. Okay, so in this case we see 1 plus 2 into 3 plus something, and the depth will be 3. The deepest on this one is the first, second and third. So nesting depth will be 3. So we have to check. So use a counter instead of the stack. We have to use counter whenever we see the opening one, we have increment the depth. Whenever we decrement the depth and track the maximum value reach. So in this case, what we have to do? Simply in depth is equal to 0. Okay, and max depth is equal to also is equal to, for the max depth is equal to int max is equal to int mean. Okay, for every character for auto ch at over s. If we see if ch become this one. Okay, so in this case we have to increment the depth value and max depth become max depth comma depth. Okay, otherwise if we see else if condition ch is equal to closing one. So in this case we simply depth minus minus. Okay, and finally we have to after for loop we have to return the max depth. So simple one. Another than not based directly on this stack question, but we have to think of if we see increment, if we don't see, if we otherwise anything happen, we have to decrement the value. Okay, so this is sufficient question on this parenthesis question. So